Remember your favorite burger from the 70s or 80s? Was it really the best? Today we're ranking 10 classic burger chains of that era, starting with the worst and ending with the best. Big names are on the list. The Big Chef, the Whopper. Will your favorite be number 1 or end up at the bottom? Let's find out. 10. In the worst rank, Sonic Drive-In. Picture this. It's a Friday night in the 1970s. The streets are buzzing with cars, and everyone's heading to the same spot. You pull up, turn on your headlights, and out rolls a car hop with your order. On skates! Sonic wasn't just a fast food stop, it was a vibe. In the 70s and 80s, it was the cool place to hang out. And for a kid, going there felt like a big deal. But let's be honest, when it comes to food, Sonic's burgers weren't the stars of the show, and that's why it finds itself in last place on our list. Most people went for the milkshakes, hot dogs, and those famous crispy golden tater tots. Oh, and the cherry limeade, one sip, and you were hooked. The atmosphere was unforgettable, even if the burgers didn't always live up to the moment. Still, if you wanted to eat your dinner while admiring a row of muscle cars under neon lights, this was the place. Oh man, all those classic rides. I loved it. Did you spend nights there with friends or family? Tell us your favorite memory in the comments. 9. Great floats, okay burgers, it's A&W.
Aching for the bacon, aching for the bacon, A&W making the bacon.
Now this one takes us way back, even before the 70s. A&W started as a root beer stand in the 1920s, serving what many would call the best root beer ever. By the 1970s, it was a drive-in favorite and a growing fast food chain. Let's talk about those root beer floats, ice cold, creamy, and served in a thick glass mug that felt like it weighed 5 pounds. That drink alone made A&W worth the trip. But what about the burgers? Well, they were good, not great, but solid. The Papa Burger was their big star. 2 beef patties, cheese, pickles, onions, and their special sauce. It definitely hit the spot, especially with fries and a float. But A&W never really took risks with flavor. Their menu was classic, maybe a little too safe. The experience, though? Pure Americana. Picture this. A frosty mug of root beer delivered right to your car window on a warm summer night. You'd check out the other cars, hear music playing on the radio, catch up on gossip, maybe even go on a date. Nothing felt cooler than that in the 70s. Let's face it, great for a root beer float, not so much for a juicy burger. Do you agree, or were you Team Papa Burger? The next one might just surprise you. 8. White Tower. Who remembers when a burger cost just 5 cents and a cheeseburger 7 cents? Those were the days. White Tower was the cool, clean answer to drive-in burgers, like the slick cousin of White Castle. It started back in the 1920s, copying the whole look: white buildings, small square burgers, and that simple, no-frills style. By the 1970s, the chain was fading fast. But at its peak, there were over 200 locations across the U.S. The burgers? Small, greasy, and cooked with onion, just like White Castle's. If you like that style, they hit the spot. But for others, they were just okay. No bold flavors, no big menu, just the basics. My favorite? The Butter Burger. Unbeatable at 2 a.m. Nothing hit the spot quite like that after a night out. But if you were looking for a burger with a giant reputation, the next one might be your 70s favorite. 7. Geno's.
Geno's, you go for the food.
This one's for all the East Coasters out there, especially the ones who remember the Geno Giant. Geno's Hamburgers was a hometown favorite, started by NFL star Geno Marchetti. By the 1970s, it was growing fast and became a go-to burger stop for a lot of people. Geno's felt more personal than the big chains. It had that local charm. And the burgers? Oh yeah, they were big, juicy, and packed with flavor. The star of the menu was the Geno Giant, 2 beef patties, cheese, lettuce, and a special sauce. Kind of like a Big Mac, but fans swear it was better. You could also grab crispy fries, thick milkshakes, and other yummy snacks. If you were lucky enough to grow up near a Geno's, you know how special it was. That first bite into a giant burger? Unbeatable. And the best part, paying just 15 cents. Can you believe it? Good times for sure. So, are you Team Big Mac or Team Geno Giant? Drop your vote in the comments, and don't blink because the Whopper is coming up too. Will it be the king of burgers? Let's find out. 6. Roy Rogers.
Say howdy to fresh food at Roy Rogers.
This restaurant chain brought the spirit of the Old West to the fast food world. In the 70s and 80s, Roy Rogers was a popular stop for families and road trippers, especially along the highways, loved by many. The star of the menu, the Double R Burger, beef, cheese, lettuce, tomato, and that tasty Roy's sauce. Simple, but so good. But let's be honest, the real reason people came back again and again, the Fixin's Bar. You got your burger plain, then made it your own. Pile on the pickles, stack the onions, drown it in ketchup, whatever you wanted. It was like being the chef of your own burger. Not every Roy's location had the same magic. But when it was good, oh boy, it was really good. And the roast beef sandwich? Unforgettable. Let's just say Arby's couldn't hold a candle to it. 5. Red Barn.
We have fresh ideas for you.
This burger chain was hard to miss. Literally, Red Barn was a classic in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. For a while, it really felt like the place to grab a big, juicy burger. And let's talk about size. Their burgers were huge. The Big Barney and the Barnbuster weren't just fun names, they were stacked. And it didn't stop there. Red Barn also served fried chicken and fish sandwiches that kids went crazy for. Remember the fried fish sandwich? One of the most iconic items on the menu. Another thing that made Red Barn special? The self-serve salad bar, way ahead of its time for fast food. It was common to see lines wrapping around the building with folks waiting for burgers, chicken, and more. That was a regular scene in the 70s. Sadly, the chain faded out by the mid-80s. But if you ever had a Big Barney, you know nothing else quite compares. Did you miss Red Barn too? And stick around, because up next is a chain that's still standing strong. 4. Hardee's. Now here's one that's still around, but oh, how it's changed. Back in the 70s and 80s, Hardee's was a big deal, especially in the South and Midwest. You'd walk in and smell burgers on the grill, fresh biscuits baking, and fries sizzling. It felt like fast food, but a little fancier. The burgers? Big, hot, and juicy. The Big Twin was their answer to the Big Mac. 2 patties, cheese, lettuce, and Hardee's special sauce. And then came the Frisco Burger, grilled sourdough bread, crispy bacon, Swiss cheese, and a creamy sauce. It became a fan favorite, and for good reason. And let's not forget the breakfast. Those made from scratch biscuits, legendary. Some say Hardee's had the best breakfast and the best burgers. What do you think? I don't know about you, but I'd love a Frisco Burger right now. One thing's for sure. Eating out back then really felt special. And now we're down to the top 3 burger chains. Can you guess who's next? 3. Burger King.
Have it your way. Have it your way.
Now here's a name you definitely know. By the 1970s, Burger King was everywhere. It had become one of the biggest burger chains in the world, and people just couldn't get enough. The big star? The Whopper, of course. That original burger was huge. You really needed 2 hands to hold it. Big, messy, full of flavor. A true classic. And the best part? You could have it your way. Extra onions, no pickles, more ketchup, no problem. That was a big deal back then. In 1979, they even added fancy sandwiches like chicken and fish for anyone wanting something different. But let's be honest, most came for the Whopper. And get this, It used to cost only $1.39. Those really were the good old days. Back then, Burger King truly lived up to the name. These days, well, it's not quite the same. Some say the Whopper just isn't what it used to be. So, did you build your Whopper just right? Or did you go for something else? Tell us your favorite. And don't go anywhere. We're down to the final 2 burger chains. Think your favorite is next? Let's find out. 2. Bob's Big Boy.
Big boy, we love good food just like you do. Big boy.
This place really deserves second place. The food? Oh man. The burgers were something special. The Big Boy burger was a double-decker with lettuce, cheese, pickles, and that famous sauce. Kind of like a fancy Big Mac, but honestly, it tasted even better. No joke. For families, teens, or late-night snacks, Bob's had it all. And you remember the statue, right? That smiling boy holding up a giant burger? You'd see him out front and instantly recognize the place. Some locations even had car hop service, jukeboxes at the table, and yes, even a cigarette machine. It was the 70s after all, but it wasn't just about eating. It was a place to hang out. After school, after the movies, or just on weekends, Big Boy was the spot. They always served good food at a fair price. And people kept coming back for more. Love it or not, the Big Boy burger was a true icon of the 70s. Ready to find out who takes the #1 spot? Burger Chef?
You get more like a Burger Chef.
Here it is, the burger chain that had it all, and somehow disappeared. If you grew up in the 60s, 70s, or early 80s, chances are you remember Burger Chef. At its peak, it was second only to McDonald's in number of locations. Can you believe that? And the food? Unbeatable and unforgettable. The Big Chef was the star, a double-decker with cheese, pickles, onions, lettuce, and that classic tangy sauce. It definitely deserves the #1 spot on this list. And let's not forget the Super Chef, a larger, single patty burger with a bold, flame-broiled flavor. It was simple, juicy, and oh so good. But what really set Burger Chef apart? The fun meal. The very first kids' meal that came with a toy. Yep, they beat McDonald's to it. Before the Happy Meal even existed, Burger Chef was fun, affordable, and full of flavor. Burgers, crispy fries, milkshakes, even a salad bar, all before it was trendy. Sadly, the chain faded away by the mid-80s, but the memories, those are forever. So tell us, were you a Big Chef fan? Did your favorite burger chain make the list? Share your memories in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.